Are you planning to go to the Philippines? Must be excited. David here from Canada Philippines Adventures, your go-to channel for travel, lifestyle, real vlogs. Do you know the cost of a return flight? My US friends from New York, JFK to Dumaguete on September 4th and returning on September 17th. Your flight costs look to be at the low of, I'm seeing $13.24 and the high of $15.56. And you are looking, let's find one that's one stop. If there is any one stops, I don't see any one stop. Looks like you have two stops, lots of long flights. Let's look for the shortest flight here. 31 hours, 28 hours. That 28 hours seems to be the least. So let's look at this one. Let's look at that, 28 hours. And then we'll be returning 29 hours. So the 29 hours seems to be the shortest. Right now you're looking at 2,120.91 USD. You have a change fee of 200. Bags on this flight must be purchased through the airline after booking. So you have to pay for all your baggage. So you have to go on to that airline to confirm your costs. Let's see if they have insurance. Remember, you scroll. Yeah, here you go. So to protect your flight is $277.63. So let's add this. So your total would be $2,398.54 with insurance, but your baggage is on top, which you have to contact the flight. So make sure you contact them prior so that you can find out what the costs are. Make sure whatever flight you're taking, you double check what the requirements are and what they provide for carrying on baggage, meaning carry on. Some of them don't offer any carry on. You have to pay. So make sure that you check any of the fees so that you know prior to flying if there are fees, what those fees will be, and what the allowances are, the sizes. So you will need to go to whatever airline you're going to be flying with and check that out. Very important because it can add up very fast. Person leaving from San Francisco, same dates to Dumaguete and return on the 17th. It appears that your lowest price here, it's going to be a shorter flight, is under 1,000 and also above 1,000. Let's check this out. One stop, 19 hours. All the rest of them seem to be higher. Let's go on to this one. 21 hours, seems to be, you don't have any other recommendations, so you're looking at 21 hours. So this one here, you have a carry-on bag that's included compared to leaving JFK that you allow, and also you get 2 checked bags where JFK do not. So refundable, if you want to end up having refundable for your fares, you're going to pay $1,704 more to have that insurance. Wow. Wow. There you go. Make sure you guys check out everything. Numerous sites that you can use. This is Agoda. I like using Agoda a lot, but there are other sites that you can to look for places for rent. I would highly recommend you have this all booked before you travel. Some people end up booking only a few days, and then once they get there to see what it's like, then look at moving around, but that can be at risk. So do your shopping. What I'm seeing here from my US friends, it looks like $24 is the lowest per night, up to $289 per night. So it's going to depend on what you're after, but also you're going to want to look at what they have to offer. What's important to you? Is a gym important to you? Breakfast is an airport transfer. So this one here has breakfast, but you're paying $289 per night. So you're going to have to do your comparables and check. Is my go-to site to check out places while I'm visiting the Philippines, to go for different resorts. So I would highly recommend you check it out. And I'd also recommend that you book prior to getting to the Philippines also. So for example, I sat here September 9th to the 13th. That would give you lots of time. These are all on Siquijor Island. If you're going to Dumaguete, I'd recommend you go to Siquijor Island. It's only 45-minute quick ocean jet boat ride away. So taking the Dumaguete port. Very easy to get to. You can watch my other videos in relation to that. But if you look at different places here, Cocoa Grove Beach Resort, for example, $120 a night. Down to Golden View Beach Resort, $32 a night. So there's going to be various ones for you to check out. And while you're there at Siquijor, you're not just staying in that resort, you're going to be checking out Siquijor too. So you want to give yourself an allowance of at least another $500 to $1,000 for doing different excursions. Flying from either New York or San Francisco is what I use for examples. You can see I've used Expedia. I use Booking.com. I did use a few other ones just doing cross-reference. Skyscanner I also use. Whatever you end up using there, you can check it out. I'm giving this as an example for my US friends. So if you're flying, I've used the example flying to Dumaguete. The way it works is wherever you're going to go, usually to the Philippines, you're either going to fly into Manila or you're going to fly into Cebu. So this example, we're flying into Manila and your final destination is Dumaguete. It can vary, and obviously when you do the checks yourself, you will find out the prices. So from New York or San Francisco, the lowest that I saw, which you can look at the video, was $1,700 to $2,200 USD. So all these numbers are in your currency, USD. What I was shocked though was looking at this was that some of the flights were not covering anything for carry-ons and telling you to go and check the carrier that they're going to charge. I haven't ever experienced that before, so this is something you want to check out. I did see areas where they did offer you to bring luggage, and then it was more cost again. So you want to do a thorough check, take your time going through that process to know exactly what you're paying. So the next one, luggage and flight insurance. This again is, I was shocked. Anywhere from $277 to $1,700. So this is something again that you want to make sure you check out, because that means that flight right there is going to be the lowest, going to be over $2,000, and the highest almost $4,000. It's crazy, but it is what it is. You want to check that out. From my friends in the US, most of the time they're paying 2,500 USD and they're paying for their luggage. That's what I've been told. Accommodations. You're going to Dumaguete. This is the example that I'm using. You'll see that I used Agoda. That's my go-to place. Check out Agoda if you've never done it before. Check it out. There are other ones, but I find Agoda is very good. It gives you a lot of different options. So what I did was 14 nights in Dumaguete, and that went from $336 total to over $4,000, depending on what you want. When you are checking out these accommodations, you want to take your time to see, do they include breakfast? If they don't include breakfast, for example, obviously you have to pay. So you could go to the Why Not, which is just down the street if you're in the downtown area, and you're looking at about 400 pesos for your breakfast, approximately. All your other meals are above and beyond. So if you're going to San Jose, there's lots of different restaurants you can go to. On the average, you're looking at 400 and up per meal. Okay, so that should help you out there. Travel and health insurance. Please make sure you have separate health insurance plan. You got to be covered. You don't want to have issues if you're in the Philippines, because they do not work the same way as in the US. They will leave you on a gurney laying out in the hallway. You gotta have money in the Philippines, so you want to make sure that you have proper insurance. This is separate. So what I've got is from 250 to 500. That is based on under 70 years of age and in good health. So again, this is something that you want to check out. I do have an up and coming video about health insurance options. But for this one, you're looking at 250 to 500 for your insurance, a separate insurance. This is for your health. Daily expenses. You're going to be looking at only spending $20 to $30. A trike ride, a normal trike ride, say if you're down at Rizal Boulevard and you want to go up to Robinson Place, which is a mall, you're going to be looking at, the cost is supposed to be 30 pesos, but a foreigner, they normally will try to get you for 100. Try not to pay 100. Try to pay no more than 50. You don't want them taking advantage of you. So that's pesos. So you're looking at $20 to $30 for your daily expenses. While you're in Dumaguete, I'm sure you're not just going to stay in Dumaguete. There's only so much you can do. So what I've done as an option is I've done an island hopping. Because you're in Dumaguete, it's very easy to go over to Siquijor Island. Siquijor Island is gorgeous. It's so easy to get to. You just go down to the port of Dumaguete, which is right there downtown Rizal Boulevard. It's really easy. It's walking. It's like a 5-minute type walk. You can get an ocean jet, fast craft to go over to Siquijor Island. 45-minute ride on the average, depending again what you want for class on the ferry, 300 pesos per going there, and then you have some fees, 15 pesos for admin fees coming, environmental and that, but it's very inexpensive. That is only one way. You will have to pay that again coming back. So when you get to Siquijor, you want to make sure whatever resort that you've decided to go with, do they offer to pick you up there? So for example, I have visited Cocoa Grove Beach Resorts numerous times now, and they pick me up right there. Very nice. They have an air-conditioned vehicle all ready to pick up everybody. Very nice. And when they drive you there, there's someone on the speaker talking, sharing a bit about Siquijor. So that's one resort that does do that. Other resorts do it also because I see all the vehicles there. So you just want to check that. Otherwise, that's another fee that you're going to have to pay. Now, I allowed for 5 nights. And when you look at the video and look at Agoda, you'll see for 5 nights, low 160 USD to 600 plus. So it really just depends on the extravagance of what you want. Just remember, when you're looking at these, you want to again see if they offer breakfast. If they don't offer breakfast, you're going to have to pay for that. In a resort, they're more expensive. Also, you'll be having to pay for lunch and dinner. You're in a resort, the prices are up. All right. Tours and activities. So you're there, you're going to want to travel around. You want to go to the falls. You want to go, maybe you want to do an island tour on the tuk-tuk. So anywhere from $70 to $100 should cover you for that. Now, these are approximate prices. Always make sure that you do bring some extra pesos. So going back, that flight is for one person. The luggage and flight insurance is for one person. The accommodations, you can end up putting 2. The health insurance is for one person. Daily expenses, one person. Island hopping resort is, you can put 2 in there. The tours and activities, that's for one person. So you're looking at 2,800 to well over 9,000. I hope this helps you. I love the Philippines. The Philippines is gorgeous, but what's important is to make sure that you are prepared so that this doesn't turn out to be a nightmare. So many guys go there, visitors go there, and they don't have things done properly, and they put themselves in a bit of a bind. You don't want to be in that situation. You're going there to enjoy. I hope this helps. Watch the video.
Wow, beautiful morning, guys. I hope you're enjoying wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I have lots of videos to share with you with my journey going around the Philippines. Bye for now. Have a great day.